Hello my crafty friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree and I'm here to do a little flip through of these little postcard journals, little vintagey postcard journals. So when you see this video, these will be in my eBay shop as a set. So they're coming together, a little set of two, and a little goodie pack will come along and I'll show you that at the end. But yeah, I finished them up. I didn't mean to. I did a video where we worked on the rest of the pages and sewed in the pages, all the whole 9 yards, and I had a technical difficulty that could not be fixed. So here we are. So you get to skip all that and go right to the finish line. So that's a good thing, I think. Probably you would say that. So I just have a little closure here, which is a little kind of like a frayed piece of whitish, almost like muslin, but not. But it looks really nice. I have a lot of that frayed fabric strips in my stash, and I do use them on. I like to use them on vintagey type journals. So here's how I'm going to do one flip through like this and one flip through like this. So you can use, just so you know, you can use the journal either way or both ways, whichever way you want the orientation to go in this. So yesterday we worked on the cover. So I finished up the cover and now all the pages and everything's done. So you can see the fabric here. This is made from a brown envelope base. And then I've got some black cardstock here. This one we put on like this, so it flips up so you can see the back of the postcard. I just thought, it would be a shame to cover that up, but I wanted to use a postcard, so I ended up hinging it down, and I added a little piece of scrapbook paper here. This is cardstock, both 2 layers of cardstock, so this cover is very sturdy. And then the back has a couple layers also. I've got the black cardstock here with this pretty piece, so you can do something here if you want. And then that fabric, this is a muslin, vintage muslin fabric from a handbag that I picked up at an estate sale. If you've ever seen the cloth handbags, really cool. And I got one at an estate sale. I never knew what I was going to do with it, and I cut it up when I went to Florida. And the part that didn't have any printing on it, I cut into strips, so this is a piece of that. And then I added this gingham trim here on the back too, so I think it's really pretty in the back and really pretty in the front. And then as we open up, I said I'm going to keep it this way. So there are 2 pockets. There's a flap here. This envelope is very vintage, by the way. But I think I'm going to put a little piece of tape here because there's a little bitty rip right there. I think I'm going to put a little piece of, let me see, I have some masking tape here. I just keep noticing that, and I just didn't know if I should do something or not, but I wouldn't want it to rip, so I'm going to add a little tiny piece of, let me see if I can make this nice and straight. Let's see if we can just add this in here for a little bit of support right inside here. So it just barely shows, but it will be right there. Okay, see right there, and the rip was right there, and then I'm going to cut off this. I didn't mean to do this on video. I would have done it before, but I really thought it was going to be okay, which it might be, but I just don't want to take that chance. So there you go, just add to the character there. But like I said, this is an old kind of worn envelope, very old. Like this is probably at least, I'm going to say at least 30 years old, maybe 35-year-old brown envelope. That's how old this is. Don't ask me how I know the date. Okay, so we're going this way. We've got that same cardstock that we used on the other cover front, and I used some right here too. So that's there, and then coffee dyed paper. You see I have the fabric in here in the spine also, so that strengthens the spine so that it will never, crack or anything like that, like paper might. So I like to use fabric on my spines. Coffee dyed paper. This is a bridge score sheet, a little one. Coffee dyed paper there. An old reader page, scrapbook paper it's plaid on this side and coffee dyed on this side, and then coffee dyed paper again. Planner paper. This paper right here is from an old 1988 baccalaureate service program. So the front page is in this journal, and the back page is in that journal. This is from a dictionary. This is from a Helen Steiner Rice book. And that's a pretty, it looks like watercolor. That's how her books are if you've never seen them. And then the same, it's hard for me not to do this. I just want to do that, but I'm going to try to keep it this way for you on this one, the landscape orientation. So, and then the same papers that you just saw there, of course, are in the back half, like that. And then you've got your back where you could do something here. And then you've got, oh, did I show you what was in the pocket? I ended up fixing that little tear, and there's 2 score sheets. Another one like the one I put in the signature. There's one here. And then this little game score sheet there. And then in the front pocket, I will show you. The same thing is in the front and back pocket of the other journal, so I won't take it out of that journal, but I'll take it out of this one and show you. This is one of the remember cards. Has lines on the front and blank on the back. And then this is another game score sheet here. So that's what's in the pockets. Got your little flap, ready to go, ready to do whatever you want with it. So, and I just tied this around. You could tie the bow on the side here if you want it to be like open on the side. I'll try to do that on this one. And the other one has it. Or you could tie it on the top, either way. Whatever you like. Or maybe you don't want it on there at all. You can just use this for tags and things. But I'll tie this one on the side so you can see what it looks like on the side, like a side closure. There we go. That's what it looks like on the side. Little bow. Okay. Very nice. And then the other one we're going to do, this orientation portrait. So this one, I am going to show you this way though. Here's the postcard on this one. Both very nice vintage postcards. It opens like this, and then you can read the back if you'd like. It says right here 1929 on the postmark. I've got 2 layers of scrap cardstock here. You can see the fabric, and then the same back. This back, the other back, I had 2 layers of cardstock because I had the black, and then I put some color on top of that. This one I already had this nice color here with a grid on it, so I didn't want to cover that up. So this has 1 layer of cardstock, but it has the same trim as the other one. 3 pamphlet stitch, 1 signature, 20 pages, 40 surfaces. And so this one we're going to do this way. And so there's your flap, and the goodies are in there. There's that black cardstock in this one. And then the same papers, really, as the other one. And, you know, and they're all originals. No copies are digitals, but you know what I mean. Same type of papers. There's a planner page. That's the baccalaureate dictionary. Here's our Helen Steiner Rice page. And then the same things back here. These were a lot of fun to make. I can't wait to make some more of these postcard. They're pretty quick to make, and it's a good way to use up some brown envelopes, some postcards, or cards, or whatever you want to use on the front. So that's that one. I'll show you the goodie pack. I just gathered up my scraps. So yeah, as you probably noticed, this is a blank journal, little journal. And that's what I wanted to do with these. I just wanted to make a blank little journal with some vintagey, you know, pages and the whole vintagey vibe going on here with the postcards, and use up those brown envelopes. It's the only ones I have that size, so that's pretty cool. I use them up now. And then the next ones, I want to make some more and see if I can use some brown paper bags. I want to see if this fits on a brown paper lunch sack. I don't know if a lunch sack would be too small. I'm going to find out, though. I haven't tried it yet. But I have other brown paper bags, so I'm sure I have a paper bag that will be big enough. But there's how it is in the center. There it is on the side, either or, both, whatever. And then here's a little goodie pack, just a bunch of paper scraps, some from this journal and some not from this journal, but all would look good with this journal. So as you can see, some little colorful pieces here. This piece was left from the tie closure, so I just put it in here. You can use it to make a little topper for a tag or something if you'd like. And then just all these little, you know, not a big deal, but a bunch of little scraps, like I said, from this journal or other pieces that I had here that I thought would go with this journal. Here's a bunch of the coffee dye paper that I used in here. This is all the cutoffs. This is an extra little reader page, a more scrapbook paper, pretty scrapbook paper. This is a couple of Helen Steiner Rice pages, and they're coffee dyed, and then a couple of sewing pattern pages, and then a couple of scrapbook paper pages. They're coffee dyed on the back, and then they have color on the front. And I just thought these were all go well with this vintagey theme we've got going on in these journals. So I hope you enjoyed the making and what I was able to share with you on these journals. And like I said, they're in my shop. This whole little set will be in there together as one set. And I think that I really like the idea of making a little set like that. So you get, you know, you get actually two things plus all the goodies that you can use in both of these. Or you can keep one for yourself, use one for a gift, use both for a gift, whatever you want to do. You can decorate it a little bit if you want to make some things for it and some pockets and things, and then give it to someone, and then you will have had a hand in, you know, making some of it. So yeah, I think it's a fun little thing. So thanks for watching these two videos. If you didn't see the one yesterday, just go back one and you can see how the cover was made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.